Yo, what's up, everybody? Pen here. Welcome back to my channel. So, hey, this is old news. Well, it came out this year, right? We still have to wait for the official release of tvOS 26 on Apple TV 4K, right? But they're talking about the idea of pass-through. So, what's going to happen with this is that it'll be able to send the full audio bit stream to an AV receiver or a soundbar instead of letting Apple decide what are the limitations. The feature is going to allow your equipment to breathe, perform how it's meant to be in an actual setup. Now, here's the thing, right? This article talked about it found some references to a new AV audio content source, passthrough API, and definitely it's been making its rounds through various blogs, different articles, websites. Content creators have spoke on it as well in the past, and it's a step in the right direction. Just one of the things that I was talking about like 2 years ago, and it's interesting how my takes they actually come about. And one of the main reasons for that is because there's no way that you have a device that has a clean interface, 4K UI. I mean, extremely easy to use, doesn't seem to have like the issues that I've run across with other Android devices. It's Apple. It should have all the bells and whistles, and it's at an affordable price. Some people was stating that when it came to my Kaleidoscape content, that if Apple was to release a device that would allow you to have the lossless audio and things of that nature, it could be the end for Kaleidoscape. And I agree because they're going to price it more affordable. And if they can get those files, the way I want them to look, then absolutely. Now, here's the thing. The article talks about on an app per app basis, right? Because just because pass through is coming to tvOS 26 doesn't necessarily mean every application is going to support it. For example, your subscription services like Netflix, you have your Hulu, your Peacocks, it's a bunch of them out there, AMC Plus, all that, right? They're still going to be delivering compression to where their audience is going to be comfortably streaming without any major hiccups or any bandwidth sort of problems. Those are still going to be compressed. The Atmos on those services are going to be delivered most likely over Adobe Digital Plus, which is a compressed Atmos. It's not going to be what it's not going to be what you would typically get if you were to play it through a Blu-ray player, or even when you rip it properly and you play it back through a proper player that gives you all the bells and whistles, like a Zadu, like a NVIDIA Shield. Now, with this audio pass through, people that's prefer to stay in the Apple ecosystem and they want to use applications like Plex or Infuse, for example, right? Well, when they rip their content, more than likely up until this point, they've been ripping the content as if their device does fully play it. So that way, when an update does come, the content that's already ripped and on their server, on their Plex, or in their Infuse through their local network or things of that nature, they're already set. So if you have the equipment, then your system is going to breathe. It's going to send that audio bit stream to a soundbar or your AV receiver, your processor, things of that nature. So I think it's a step in the right direction. And I think it's mainly going to benefit Plex users and Infuse users. Now, Apple has their own storefront where you can purchase movies and TV shows from them. They even have their own subscription service. I believe it's Apple TV Plus. How will they go about implementing it? So, let's talk about the movies and TV series that's in their store. So Apple, as we know, they have original content, and majority of their original content can be found on their service. So how they're going to implement it in their service, I don't know. They may raise the price, they may have a special plan for it. Who knows? For their movies and TV shows that they get from these various studios that are not from them, for example, a new Marvel film or a DC film, each studio, well, no, let me say this: Apple, Voodoo, uh, the people that deal with physical media, when they release, everybody gets something called a mezzanine file. That file is not exclusive to Kaleidoscape. Everyone gets the same file. And how I know that is because, for one, it was already confirmed by the professionals on a podcast in the AV community, and two, it makes sense that everyone gets the same file. It's just the way it's compressed. If you're a streaming platform, if you have that type of business like a Voodoo, a Apple, or Movies Anywhere, they have to compress it down because it's being delivered in a form of a digital output. It's a stream. And whatever compression algorithm they use, that's how they deliver the content. Physical media, on the other hand, is stored on what? Stored on a disk. It still represents in a form of a digital media when you pop it into a player or when you rip it, but they have the flexibility to have more video bitrate and more audio. That uncompressed Atmos is on Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray. Then you have Kaleidoscape that gets it, and they have like what they call a lossless download, which is just a compressed, and it's just one to one that just gives you an idea of, it's damn near bit for bit perfect from that mezzanine file. Now, the reason why I'm saying all this is because Apple can decide to honestly, since audio pass through is coming, they can decide to release like an Apple TV Pro, or let's say an Apple TV Ultra, to where, and it's a niche, it's going to be a niche product. Keep your streaming products going. Like, we know an Apple TV 4K fourth generation is coming. We just don't know the official release date. You can have a separate model that's more money, like let's say between $500 or $1,000. You throw in like a 4 to 6 terabyte drive, or even more, I don't know, and you give people the ability to, excuse me, when they purchase their content, it's still going to be synced in their Apple Cloud. You know, when you go to your My Library and your Apple account where it shows the movies and TV, all that's going to be there. You now just have the flexibility to download a 50 gig file, a 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever Apple decides that, hey, this is matching the file that we got from the official studio. You don't want it to be multiple terabytes. You just want to compress it enough to where it looks lossless to you. And how they do their compression when it comes to their streams, the video portion looks identical to like Blu-ray, 4K. They got that video down. Now it's just the audio that they need to work on. And if they can do that, that'd be something to that'd be something to talk about. That'd be some big news. I'm liking what I'm hearing. We haven't got the official confirmation because we're still waiting on the stable release. But I'm liking what I'm hearing about it. And then I'll definitely be testing it to see what's what. And then just let me know what you guys think about this. For those of you that plan on getting the Apple TV, or you're already in the ecosystem, is this good for you? Do you have the equipment to take advantage of this? Let me know down in the comment section. Till next time, peace out. Thank you for watching. Take care.